Hi guys. So today I'm going to challenge myself to make 4 really quick cards using only 2 stamp sets. This first stamp set is called Beautiful You. I will tell you guys honestly, when I first saw that in the book, I was like, man, I don't think I'm going to use that. And then as I browsed Pinterest, I saw more and more ideas for it, and it became a really versatile set for me. Not only because it has some cute sentiments, but it has these really cute sketched out stickers of, stamped images of these women. And this is a 2-piece set. It comes in 2 boxes. I put both of mine in one set. So very versatile set. And then new set that I just got is the Perfect Picture Birthday set. So I'm going to use these 2 sets. I am going to use the new 2018 to 2020 ink colors. So we have Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, and Blueberry Bushel, which I think will be available for you guys starting June 1st. There might be a pre-order. I'll check on that for you. I'm going to use Momento black ink for my stamping ink. And then I have 4 pieces of Whisper white cardstock cut out to 5 3 3/4. So we're going to make the panels. I'm not going to show you guys how to assemble cards. I think you guys can figure all that out. But let's just see what we can do here pretty quickly. I also have some blender pens, a sparkle marker, and my trusty little circle stencil here. So let's start off with the first one. And I always think it's handy to have thank you and birthday cards available. So I usually make these and then I give them to friends so they have them on hand. Not necessarily just for me to use, but as gifts. Alright, so I'm using this picture of the lady holding her hat. And I'm just going to stamp that right in the middle. Very simple. And I think I'm going to use the Grapefruit Grove ink pad, which is a nice kind of peachy color. And this is my first time really using these ink pads, guys. I got them and just haven't had time to play. Alright, inside this set is also this kind of like, I don't know what you'd call it, like a squiggle. But it's designed to almost mimic the dress. And guess what? Because it's how would you call that, sketchy looking, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of line it up. Like that. And it looks like you colored it in. Now, I want some of that color in her hat. So I'm just going to take my blender pen. I'm going to dip it into the ink. And I'm just going to squiggle her hat. And that's it. And then you just take your blender pen and rub it off onto a side piece of paper until it is clear again. And then that it's done. So there's one. And I will go back and add sentiments to these later. So, the hardest part is getting these new ink pads broken and getting them to close because they're so tight. Which I guess means your ink's not going to dry out. Alright, so we have that one done. I'm going to move that one aside to dry. Dye inks dry very quickly, so it doesn't take very long. Alright. We have this other one of her kind of like celebrating or jumping in rain puddles. Same thing. Going to stamp that one in black. Oops. Alright, so that one. And because they're sketchy, again, it doesn't have to look perfect. I will clean these stamps off later. I'm just putting them aside on a piece of scrap paper, and I will get to them soon. All right, now with that one, there's a little squiggle again that we can use to make look like water. So we're going to use our blue blueberry bushel ink. Now I don't think I want it that dark, so I'm going to stamp it off. Alright, so pretty simple there. And I think we should color her dress in the lovely lipstick. So again, taking blender pen. Now here's where I had pressed the lid down. Oops, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Here's where I had pressed the lid down and got some ink on the lid, which is fine. You're just going to take your blender pen. You're going to pick up that ink with your blender pen. And here, if you want to be pretty precise in coloring it in, you can. And again, this is a really fun scribble look, easy set that you don't have to be an expert at coloring. And it really gives it that homemade look then, which is what's fun about stamping. And I'm going to blend some of this color off and go back in and just pull some of that color out of her hat. And then we can actually take this another step further and go back into our peach, which I have here. Grapefruit, I should say, not peach. And I'm going to take just a little tiny bit of this. Kind of scribble a little bit of that off. Give her a little bit of flesh color here. Just the tiniest bit. Alright, so now we've colored her in with the lipstick, lovely lipstick, and then the grapefruit and some of the blue, so it looks like a colored in image. So that's the second one. Let's see here. For the third one, we have the lady kind of standing, with an umbrella hanging over her. I think for this one, I'm going to use my little stencil. And I'm just totally winging this, guys. I did not have a plan. I just sat down and said, hey, I need to make some cards. Let's see what I can do here. Alright, now this one I am going to grab a little blending tool. Going back to the blueberry. And I'm just going to take my blending tool into some of that ink, kind of dab some of it off, and just circular motion, very light-handed. Into that. That's it. Okay, back to our Momento. Again, I'm not doing anything fancy here, any techniques. There's a whole bunch of great ideas on Pinterest that you guys can look up. Wonderful, wonderful art out there. Alright, so now I think we'll add some sentiments. There's one more to do, but I'll get to that in a second. Alright, so some of the sentiments say, so happy for you. Life may not be the party we had hoped for, but while we're here, we might as well dance. Live with passion, laugh out loud, love deeply, celebrate. Life looks beautiful on you. Wishing you brighter days to come. And happy birthday, gorgeous, and in style. So, I think I like the... Oh, it's celebrate and then in style. I see now. Okay, so let me see here. Alright, so that one says celebrate in style. Pretty simple. I think for this one we'll do happy birthday, gorgeous. And I think in this one we will use the Call Me Clover, which is a nice bright green color. Goes well with the blue and the lipstick. I am getting ink all over my fingers. There we go. That one came out pretty nice. I'm very pleased with that one. Alright, this one I'm not going to color it in. On this one, I think I will put the, let's see here, the one that said, wishing you brighter days to come. And I'm going to do that one in the Pineapple Punch. Let's see how it shows up here. And that's why I like using the stamping mat, because I can stamp them off, test to see how the colors look. And that's a nice yellow. It's not too bright, but it's not too orangey. That looks good. So we have one more to do, and I think I like the one where the girl's jumping in the puddle. So bring her back in here. And I like using the Momento black ink because it doesn't smear, doesn't fade. I do wish it were a little blacker, but it's okay. It's not like a gray or anything. And if I had changed my mind and wanted to color them with like Copic markers or something, it's pretty easy to do. And this one I'm going to put So Happy for You. And we're going to do that in the blueberry. And then what I do is just put these on card bases. You don't necessarily have to put anything on the inside of your cards. Most of the time I leave my cards blank on the inside. I just have this stash of cards in a basket. And then when it's time that I need to dig one out, I just grab one. I know it's blank inside, but I can write whatever sentiment I need to write on the inside. So you don't always have to stamp or decorate the inside of your cards. I know a lot of people like to do that. But if you ever find that you're in a hurry, you might want to leave 5 or 6 cards in your glove box in your car, because you never know when you're running off to school or something for the kids and you're like, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday and I forgot to grab a card, or, especially like sympathy cards. Nobody ever expects to have to send out a sympathy card, but you can leave a couple of these and you're just running into your friends and having a cup of coffee, and you find out that good things are happening, or maybe not so good things are happening, and you just want to give some words of encouragement. It's nice to just pop out one of these cards. I have a box at work on my desk, and all my guys know if they ever need a card, they can go in there and grab one. And I have all different styles, masculine, feminine, birthday, thank you, and all they have to do is just write whatever their message is on the inside. Some of them are just generic cards that I made that don't have any message in them, and they can just write what they want to write in there. Alright, so in this one I'm kind of coloring her dress in green. I'm going to go in a little darker here at the top.
Or if you forget someone's birthday and give a card to them.
Leah says, or if you forget somebody's birthday and you have to give a card to them. Say hi, Leah.
Hi.
Leah has a dance recital coming up, so she's super excited for that. My stamping pad is becoming this rainbow squiggle zone here. Alright, and then just back into the peach to give her a little more skin tone with a clean marker. Sorry about that, guys. I probably should have shut my phone off before filming this. I apologize. Okay, so there we have our 4 really quick card toppers, and then all I would do is just map them on a complementary color. So like this one I would probably do a green matte and put it on the card. This one I would probably do the lipstick. And you have, celebrate in style. That could be anybody that's graduating, that's got a promotion, anything at all for that one. Happy birthday, obviously, really quick birthday card. This one, again, so happy for you, any kind of good news. And then this one, wishing you brighter days to come. So anybody that's just kind of in a slump right now, and you can go in and color any of these images. So really quick, very versatile set. I didn't even use the birthday set. This is the Beautiful You set. If you guys want to pick this up, I will put the link to my Stampin' Up! Webpage down below. Thanks for watching, and keep on stamping.